Hi, I'm Jeanette Keynes. I'm an instructor here at Jewelry Arts Institute, and I'm here for About.com. We're going to make a bead wrap necklace with a S-hook on it. What you're going to need is beads or pearls or glass beads, whatever you'd like to use. Some 22 gauge fine silver wire, a little heavier gauge 14 to 16 gauge fine silver wire for the hook, a smaller bezel mandrel for shaping our hook, our scissors, our nippers, our flat nose pliers, our round nose pliers. Our first step is to start getting ready to wrap our beads. I'm going to take my wire, we're going to start by making a loop on one end and then weave it through the one that's going to come after it. I'm going to take my pliers, hold it just like that, bend it at a 45-degree angle, move my pliers up into the bend, pull it around counterclockwise. Once I move those pliers up and out of the way, I end up with a little lollipop right there on the end like that. Then all I have to do is grab it from the side, pull the wire around nice and tight. Whether you go around twice or 3 times is really up to you. You always want to end it in the back though, where it's not going to show as much. And then I nip off the excess. Give it a little squeeze with your flat nose pliers so that you don't have any sharp ends that might come out. Cut the wire probably about 1.5 inches down. You want to give yourself enough room later on to be able to really hold onto the wire and pull it tight. So you're going to make a bunch of these so that we can weave them all together. I'm going to take this now, I'm going to take my bead, I'm going to slide it down on top so it looks just like that. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side that I've already done. I'm going to grab it with the pliers right up against it, just like that. I always do it with it facing me because I can see better that way. I'll make the same bend, counterclockwise around. Now I stop when it looks like this because then I'm going to slide my next bead right on there before I close it up. And I grab it from the side with my round nose pliers and pull my wire nice and tight till it's resting right up against the stone. And then I'll trim off the excess. As always, I use my flat nose pliers just to tuck in that little end, just like that. And that's really how you build your necklace, one bead at a time, one to the next, to the next, to the next. This is a simple hook. We call it an S-hook. It's made out of fine silver. It's probably around 14 gauge. And I'm going to show you how we ball up the ends. Important safety tip to remember is not to hold up molten metal over your lap. So when I'm melting this end, I'm not going to be doing it here over my lap. I'm going to be sure to be doing it over the bench. Preferably, actually, over the water bowl, just in case. And I'm just going to hold my flame right there until that end balls up a little bit, just like that, to a size I want. And then I'm just going to dunk it in the water. Be aware that gravity will play a part, and if you're trying to get too big of an end on it, it will eventually drop off. We're going to make our S-hook. Now, to make the S-hook, you start off by bending 1/3 of it from each end in opposite direction. So we have this, and we're going to do the same thing from the other end. So we have this. Then we just continue the bends until we get them to curve in really beautifully against each other. I'm going to take my round nose pliers, put it right in here to give that a nice curve coming out. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And you see how I can really adjust this to fit my piece. To attach the S-hook, we just slide it through the jump ring that's on the end of our wrap necklace and close the one side completely. The other side we leave open a little bit for putting the necklace on and off. We've got all our beads beautifully wrapped. We have our nice S-hook on there. We also put a jump ring on either end for a little additional strength so the wraps don't get pulled too much. You can make them yourselves, or actually they're also very easy to purchase. This is a very simple version, but you can do anything you want. Let your imagination run wild. Thanks for watching. To learn more, join us on the web at About.com.